come onto his back. Stroked it right over the bowler's head.
Yeah, he was looking to toss it up a little bit, but there's no turn on this surface. All Gale had to do was just get his stride out and hit it with ferocious power. That's a very good start for Gale. Looking ominous to me. That was a good shot.
Well, he just couldn't get the timing right. Just didn't get underneath the last delivery. But he looked so cool, calm and collected, Chris Gale. Nothing seems to fuss him. It's intelligent bowling. He's just pitching it slightly further up, virtually Yorker length. That's not allowed him to get underneath the bowls.
Mossadeq's quite brave, I must say. Slipping down the leg side. That's going down the leg side. Mossadeq thought he had his man. That was pushed through much quicker.
Yeah, 100 kilometers per hour, 100 plus, which is very interesting. It's a bit on the short side, and that prompted Chris Gale to have a hoik at him. Missed it, but definitely going down the leg side, despite that huge appeal from the keeper and the bowler.
Yes, boy.
Now more respect for Mossadeq after he was hit away for 4 in the very first delivery.
Yeah, it's a tentative start, I can tell you. They've lost a wicket in the second over. They're watchful. They know that they can't afford to lose another one early. Last ball of the over.
And that's whipped away. Back to the square. Easy as the count. 4 runs to finish off the over. It's 13 for 1 after 3. Shakib Al Hasan continues. Took that wicket in the last over, which was the wicket maiden. And the last ball of the last over, if you have a look at this, just deviating down the leg side. All he had to do is help the ball on its way. Just put a little bit of power behind it. Oh, good thing he checked a shot. Might have been in a spot of bother if he went through and missed the line.
Well, take a look at that LBW shout. That was clearly going down the leg side, hitting the outside almost of the pad. The angle just making that ball miss the stumps by a very large margin. There was never a question of that being out because he was going round the wicket and firing the ball in.
Mazhar, our statsman, has just given me the information that last maiden over was the first ever in all editions of the BPL that we had a maiden, and in the final of BPLs. So in the final, this is the first time this has ever happened, and which was a wicket maiden too. It's a very auspicious start by Shakib Al Hasan. He's kept it tight, just 2 runs also in this over.
Yeah, Shakib's theory to these two batsmen appeared to be to push it through quicker. Now that last ball was 96, pushed through much quicker to Gale. Even to Brendan McCullum looking to come down the track, he just fired it in. But to Johnson Charles, he was willing to toss it up.
Well, he tossed it up to Brendan McCullum also. I think different ploys with the left-right batsman. Just bowled that arm ball so very well, particularly to the right-handers. Quickly going through his overs. It's the 3 runs from the 4th. It's been tied. They're going at a run rate of 4.36. The big hitters from Rampur. Something's got to give here. Well, he took the shot again. This is excellent bowling. Very controlled, disciplined work here by Shakib Al Hasan.
Well, we did see, but I think we did realize that he looks to push it through a little bit quicker to Chris Gale.
And that's put away behind score. 1 bounce to the boundary. So that's spoiled the over, but they're going to take it. After 4, it's 20
wickets already in this edition of the tournament. But his key has been the economy. 5 runs and over. He's not been the wicket taker like Shakib Al Hasan, but he's more than compensated with his economy. So often we've seen his 4 overs, no wickets, but between 13 and 16 runs. Starts with a dot. It's a very good evening to Tino Mawoyo.
Good evening, Gautam Bhimani. And you're absolutely right. What a good start. The Dhaka Dynamites winning the toss, electing to bowl. And a very important wicket of yesterday's Centurion, Johnson Charles, who really looked out of sorts when he came out to bat this morning. This is Sunil Narine in this year's edition of the BPL. Look at the low strike rate. Those fuller ones have gone for more, 133 strike rate to those, but on a good length and short of a length, 71 and 82 respectively. And you can see those red dots, so many of them. Those are his dot deliveries throughout. Gautam, you just made mention to his run rate.
And that cluster, I mean, so often we see you're allowed a few big deliveries outside off, the odd wide. Sunil Narine, discipline. Just like that, he picks an area and he pegs away at that. All the big names will be in here. Big crowd, big names on and off the field to round off a wonderful edition of the BPL. Just like that. I mean, we talk about 4s and 6s being the order of the day in the shortest format of the game, but when you see a magician like this at work, you have to appreciate it. And keeping these two explosive men in check.
Looking to go down the ground. The problem they'll have, Rangpur, is that earlier on in the BPL, they would have got away with just playing Narine well because Shakib was struggling. But look at Shakib today. Top wicket taker, 2 overs for just 7 runs and the first wicket. Nicely bowled, stifled appeal. That'll be the end of the 5th over. 22 for 1.
That's the kind of stroke play they've been forced to play almost, the Rangpur Riders. Changed his bat between overs and looks like he has a liking for this new piece of wood.
Now, this is the shot he wanted to play the ball before, but didn't get the connection. This is much better. The mid-on is up, there's no turn, so that shot is safe to try and go over the onside. That's too full. Chris Gale's going to take advantage of that all evening if he keeps bowling there. First 6 for him in the innings.
Did he just put that down? Has Shakib Al Hasan dropped Christopher Henry Gale? It looked like going straight to the captain of the Dhaka Dynamites. In and out.
And are they going to be made to pay for this by Chris Gale? Once again, it's full. It gives him the opportunity to go over the onside field, and he does so gladly. I think that long on's going to have to go back. Yes, 2 of them have sailed easily over the boundary. 86 meters, that last one, but he's not getting turned. Try and get him to play over the offside, and you might get him bowled through the gates.
Tino, the long on will have to go into the stands if he wants to take a catch. Again, this time eluding the vacant mid-off fielder. Just trickles to Kieron Pollard, who's now at long off. How expensive is that going to be? First ball after the drop, Gale has gone big for his 2nd maximum. It's 35 for 1 now. It's still the Dhaka Dynamites will feel they've had definitely the better of this power play, but Brendan McCullum goes big. Kieron Pollard can only watch it sail over his head. 3rd 6 of the over. What a way to finish the power play. 41 for 1.
Narine will continue.
Calm after the storm. Let's remind you, dropped catch by Shakib Al Hasan. We've seen 13 runs and 3 deliveries after that. Now a single to Gale. Are they going to continue to pay respect to Sunil Narine? Despite that drop catch, despite the 3 sixes, it still hasn't run away from Dhaka. They'll need to make sure they can correct the damage very quickly.
Beautifully paddled away with the reverse sweep. Nobody back there. It's going to be a boundary. Flurry of 6s in the last over, 3 of them This shot, quite intricate. Nicely played. No short third man. He realized that and just guided that away. Good start to the over.
That's the gap he exploited between slip and point. He knows where the fielders are, McCullum. Hussein's got second best economy rate inside the power play. Today, that's been dealt to blow. 3 overs for 32 so far.
Good comeback. Good length. Doesn't allow the batsman to get under it. A little bit of turn for him as well. They'll very quickly want to see the back of these two. Chris Gayle came into his own 2 innings ago. Brendan McCullum came into his own yesterday. These two, Galton, have the ability to destroy the bowling side inside 5 overs.
Noise, boys, noise! Come on, Sonny. Yes, boy, extra boy.
That's what Chris Gayle does. Respect man to Sunil Narayan, 47 for 1. Starts with a full toss, gets away with it. Already you can see at least 5 or 6 kilometers quicker, even the one that drifts in the air.
Spoiled for choice. You're talking about just spinners used so far. He really is spoiled for choice. All performed particularly well in this BPL. A little bit of bite. Nobody in front of square, they'll get a single.
Chris Gayle. Now this was his boundary. Straight, leg side, leg side, leg side, leg side. That's been consistency from Chris Gayle. In the course of this innings, he's gone past 1,000 runs in this tournament alone. In 3 separate leagues around the world, he's completed over 1,000 T20 runs. 3,626 in the IPL, 1,828 in the Caribbean Premier League, and crossed 1,000 in the BPL in the course of this particular innings.
Some wonderful numbers. And as we were saying, he had to come into his own sometime during the tournament. And he did at just the perfect time for the Rangpur Riders. To swing that away over the onside. Brushes off the pad, so won't be called wide. It's been a good over. To go, just 3 runs from it.
He's a character, Shahid Afridi. He's in your face. He might be a leg spin bowler, but his whole demeanour is that of a fast bowler at 100 k's an hour. 51 for 1. There you have it. He's 32 not out. Over 1,000 runs in the BPL alone. Wonderful strike rate. Oh, that's going to be close, but the umpire says there's a bit of bat. There's a bit of bat. Very clear indication. Afridi is not happy at the end of 8. It's 51 for 1.
And 15 wickets. He's been impressive. Round the wicket to Chris Gayle. It looks like that Chris Gayle have understood the nature of the pitch because he's not taking chances of the way he has played previously. Have a look at the what Ultra shows. Look at the distance between the bat and the ball. The umpire indicated there was a bit of a bat. It's not an easy job for the umpires. It's also missing. It's gone over the top because of the extra bounce there. This was bowled. Good evening, Ishtiaq. Good evening, Azhar. 51 for 1, and Shakib Al Hasan, after winning the toss, decided to field. He must have read that from the pitch, the assistance he might get, and spinners that he has in his side. And as we saw the earlier stages when Gale and Johnson Charles were a bit watchful, if not too tentative. Yeah, once you go and face your first couple of deliveries, you would start to feel that, yeah, so what kind of a surface this is going to turn out to be. They played with a little bit of circumspect. Not sure whether to go with the full cry right from the word go. That's what we saw in the last couple of matches from Rangpur Riders. Remember, Johnson Charles got 100, a very good 100 in the last match. And then match earlier, the big man himself, Chris Gale, scoring a massive 126 in 51 deliveries on the same surface. A very good crowd, and as the evening progresses, it will be chock-a-block. I can assure you of that. Yes, absolutely. A massive crowd here. Short and pulled away. What a shot that is! Guilty of pitching short to a man who's been in terrific touch, and he's thumbed it over for a maximum. Yes, a pull through mid-wicket. Brendan McCullum seems to be carrying on from where he left the other day. A scintillating 78 we saw from Brendan McCullum. Here we see a very convincing stroke there. Crosses the boundary line for a 6. McCullum and on song is arguably one of the hardest hitters of a cricket ball. And the Dhaka crowd really loved McCullum the other day. Well, bold change of the pace from Abu Haider. Yeah, the first time they played each other, Rangpur went on to win by 3 runs. They scored only 142, and they restricted Dhaka Dynamites for 139. Chris Gill was man of the match in that match that we are talking about. 51 of 28 deliveries. Afridi 2 for 39, and Shakib was absolutely brilliant with the ball, 5 for 16. Couldn't prevent the opposition to go on to win the match. So they fought hard. They've not been an easy match previously. After 9, it's 58 with the bat. And this is the final. And you would expect them to go in and make their presence felt right from the word go. But they're taking a little bit time, maybe because the ball is not coming onto the bat. If it's in the zone, if it's pitched up, you've seen already 4 sixes, they've gone through and they've played a big shot. If it's short, very well, they've gone onto the back foot and picked up boundaries. But if it's in the good length, it's very difficult for them to maneuver it, even to rotate strike. Yes, and you've got to give credit to Shakib Al Hasan after having won the toss. He must have read the pitch very well to back himself his decision. The spinners have done a good job for himself also. Look at that turn. Once again, it's not there. It's good delivery, turn and bounce. After 10 and 63, 114 runs. More than capable of doing that again if they have wickets in hand. We'll have to wait and see how he bowls first. Onto the pad, so it's a single. He is replacing Saddam Hussain. Time for us to go down to Gautam.
Yes, I'm here in the Dhaka dugout with the man in black, Shayan, always distinctively dressed. It looks like this is what you've made as a uniform for yourself for the tournament.
I did actually, yeah. This is my uniform for the tournament.
But tell us now, it's a big game, all the wait is over. What's the feeling like in your dugout as opposed to the players?
Oh, we're very stressed. It's nervous. It's the final match, but we're very confident. We've had a good run this season. The boys look confident, and we're hoping for the best.
Well, there's a big one falling just short of the fielder there. Yeah, I asked Shakib that it was a bit of an agonizing wait. Yes, a rest, but a wait to the final while Rangpur were playing a couple of days earlier. So what about from your point of view? Did you also feel the wait? Did it bring on the final?
I think so. I think we were all ready to have the finals as quickly as possible. But it was good. The boys got a chance to rest out a little bit. And all in all, I think wasn't too bad.
And not bad to get rid of the Centurion from 24 hours ago very early.
Yeah, I had actually just walked into the stadium at that point of time. So that was
53 meters. And we haven't seen him deliver too many short balls. I'm afraid he'll be disappointed with that one.
so quick to latch onto anything short. 57, 50. And he goes after it again, not quite timing it, but it's still out. The wings on it. Take it over. The fielder in the deep. Another maximum at the end of the 14th over. It's 112, particularly with these two in the middle. Goes across, and it's up in there. Someone's lining themselves up. There are three fielders converging on it, and it's gone right through his hands. I don't know if he called for it, Abu Haider, but it was swirling in the air. It was very difficult to judge the flight of the ball, and it's been missed.
Yeah, he was calling to the wicketkeeper to say, "I've got it." Now that wasn't very smart, because the keeper could have got to this. Can't see it obviously on that shot, and it's missed everything. The keeper was close enough and had enough time to get under that. And these are some of the small things that make a huge difference, Shamim. First thing you're told when a ball goes up in the air near the wicketkeeper is let the keeper go for it. He's got the gloves.
Absolutely. Just the way he seemed to get carried away. It was six. His ball, he called for it. Keeper did well to stay away, not come into his peripheral vision. It was no use anyway. Well, the rest of it there for the batsman. Now, you have to pay for that. That's a long one. A huge six. Wow. Clubbed away by Chris Gayle.
Well, you can't afford to bowl length to him now. They had an opportunity early in the innings. They put him down, and now they're being made to pay by Chris Gayle. He's in belligerent form, and when he's batting like this, he's a very, very difficult man to stop. Biggest sixes in the tournament. Josh Butler, 115. Chris Gayle now 114.
I think he's hit three more since the 94 I mentioned. Three more will get him to the 100 mark. With sixes, is it going to be another one? Bang! Oh my goodness! What about that? Disdainful shot. He just hammered it away.
He's going crazy, Chris Gayle. He moves on to 90 from just 49 balls. Gautam Bhimani's down. Let's go and join him.
We are trying to take cover here. I've got Mr. Safwan Soban, Vice Chairman, Boshundara Group, and he told me a moment ago, "I'm not letting you go anywhere every time Gayle hits a six." You must be absolutely delighted.
Thank you very much, Gautam. I'm very happy today about being as a new franchisee coming here, and being in the finals is a privilege for us as a new franchisee owner.
I think the beauty of it is, on one day, Johnson Charles today doesn't fire, Gayle comes to the party. Gayle doesn't fire, Charles gets 100. You've really got balance in your side.
That's what a first-class players do. They come on the right moment, and that's what they have shown. And I appreciate that, and I applaud my team for that.
You have to tell us after we just try and take cover, looking out for what Gayle will do next. This time he swings and misses. But no matter what the big hitters in the team you have, there's something about the inspiration of your captain, Mashrafi Mortaza. He inspires the nation, he inspires your franchise.
Correct. He's a very good captain. He gels with the team. He spends time with them. I have no words for him. He's a fantastic person. No words to say. The whole country loves him. I love him. We're good buddies. And the whole team itself, they also love him too.
This time, calm after the storm. Chris Gayle actually takes a single. Now, just one final question. Somewhere halfway through the tournament, the Rangpur Riders were winning close matches, but not everybody felt that they were guaranteed a spot in the last four. They've shown character to get here.
Well, T20 is entertainment, so we're in the business of entertainment. I think Rangpur Rider has shown that. We have given everyone the T20 last moment heart-beating winning. So entertainment was there. So I think that was it.
It certainly was. And just in case Chris Gayle was done, Brendan McCullum takes over. Well, I'm going to have to take your permission and leave if you let me leave.
Thank you very much.
It's 131.
Ends at 99. Are we going to see the 100? Oops. Not on that ball, we hope.
Typical Karen Pollard. Does this so often. Getting the crowd going, everybody excited. It's been another monumental innings from this man, Chris Gayle, and you've just been reading some numbers and stats for us. Unbelievable. Could just read and read and read the statistics in this format of the game. What a performer.
Well, for once, he's decided to play a soft-looking shot, if I can use that term. Not prepared to bludgeon it, as we normally see him do.
He had a little bit of a word in his ear to Karen Pollard, brought a smile to his face. No, we haven't seen too many of those. Gentle pushes into the offside.
He's a gentle giant if you're talking to him. He's such a nice man to talk to, but once he's got that willow in his hand, he can be devastating. So can this man. Scored a lot of runs this year, has Brendan McCullum. Clicking at the right time in the final. That's a full toss. That's swung around, but he had to reach for it in the process. Just couldn't time it properly.
Hitting a low bottom edge.
So they scored 41. The next scored 22. And then they realized that yes, we got to go all guns blazing. Again, it's the wrong one. And from 11 to 16 in that 6 overs, they scored 77. Really turning it on.
See, I think they're watching Narayan. Narayan was a bowler that they didn't want to take too many chances, and he's bowling well here. Rangpur going at 8.5 runs. And oh, that ball spun back. That's the mystery. Look at Brendan McCullum. Look at the look on his face. He was certainly surprised by that delivery. That spun back quickly.
Well, whether it's spun or not, the score is 141 for 1, but this is turning out to be a very good over from Sunil Narayan. He's creating a bit of a pressure here and putting the doubt in the batsman's mind, only dealing in singles. Just a little while earlier, Chris Gayle also becomes the first person to score 11,000 runs in T20. Unbelievable stats there. And these two batsmen have combined more than 19,000 runs. Thank you, Mazhar. 24 dots there. There you go, confirmation. 11,010 runs, 314. Look at that average. Look at that strike rate. Look at the best of 175. Outstanding, brilliant, magnificent. This is good from Shakib Al Hasan. It's got 2 slips in place as well because they need a wicket here. Again, turn. This is a fantastic over from Sunil Narayan. Just the 2 runs in that over. It's 142.
Has 2 more overs to go. I think he needs to bowl. He's been one of the better bowlers. Straight over the bowler's head. A safe stroke. Picking the gap between long off and long on. You cannot set a field to a shot like that.
Straight as an arrow. Over the top of the bowler. Beautiful shot. Tying that area, and it was in the zone. Whenever they've pitched, they've missed the length. They've put some really good pressure by picking up boundaries. Short, and this time it's pulled away. Gone into the gap. Probably have a look at whether it's a 4 or a 6. It's been signaled a 6. So 150 comes up. What a start to this over.
Yeah, Brendan McCullum was going just over 100, but with his 10 runs of these 2 balls, he's raced along his strike rate to almost 117. The 2 of the most destructive pair of batsmen at the wicket now. Pollard coming round the wicket, just looking to try and bowl more at the pads. 3 men inside the circle on the offside.
Yeah, could have been a wide. He really wanted to chase that one up. Got a bit of a bat and inside edge. A dot. What a time to come back in the form. He came to form with the bat in the last match when he scored 78 very quickly. 151 partnership with Johnson Charles, Brendan McCullum, and now 147 with Christopher Henry Gayle. They look in a dangerous mode. They've been devastating with the bat, especially Chris Gayle. And what a time, because he got himself injured after hitting that 100. And we were not sure whether he'll be fit enough to play because he stepped on the ball and he twisted his ankle. But all said and done, he's sitting very pretty on 100 of just 58 deliveries.
I was a bit surprised with Kyron Pollard's line to Brendan McCullum. With just 3 men inside the circle, he bowled wide of the off stump. Very lucky that McCullum didn't hit him for 4. Now from over the wicket to Gale. Will that be a wide? I think that, yes it is. It's been called a wide. And a lot of tennis ball bounds. It just looped over the batsman's head.
And all of a sudden, the surface is looking very good for batting, Roshan. So if they can bowl a couple of dot deliveries and break this partnership, Dhaka will still have, when they come back to chase, still we're hoping that they can restrict them not to score too many runs. That's Chris Gayle today. Very strong on the leg side. 69% of the runs have come in that direction. Make that one more. Whoa, what a shot. What a hit. Absolutely massive. With that 6 brings up the 150 partnership.
Well, Arthur, if you bowl that length on any surface, that's the result. And your pitch report today was perfect. It was spot on. And I also believe that it's how batsmen react on a surface. It's they who really make the surface look good or bad. Now, the way Chris Gayle has measured or built this innings clearly indicates that. Another one. Another one. Just over the fielder. Well, he's strong. I think he thinks that catch should have been taken. I'm not so sure. That was hit with a lot of power.
And Murali Vijay, Chennai versus Bengaluru, IPL 2011. Well, they really can't do no wrong. They're putting even the good balls away to the boundary. That is absolutely brilliant from Brendan McCullum. He is loving it. And why not?
Other question here. This young man is not experienced. And he's bowling at the death. Now, Shakib Al Hasan has 2 overs left. He is a very experienced performer. And he bowled a maiden as well. 2 overs, 7 runs. Why isn't he bowling? He should have been bowling.
Yeah, I have no idea. He's also bowled a maiden over. He's picked up a wicket, gave away 7 runs, and he would not be able to complete his full quota of 4 overs. With that single, Brendan McCullum will pick up his 50. That's a very good 50. Round of applause from the dugout, but it's been important knock, very crucial, especially in the final. It took a little bit more time than Chris Gayle, 42 deliveries, but important that he bats on. 4 4s and 3 6s. So back-to-back 50s for Brendan McCullum.
Well, huge responsibility on young Khalid Ahmed. Only his 4th game. He's bowling the 19th over, the death. And he's up against 2 of the most destructive batsmen. Now, my surprise is, now, we'll talk about it in a little while. Look at Chris Gayle. Take a look at that. 17 boundaries, 6ers and 4s. He's been devastating. Another one. That is another one. No surprise there. There is no surprise at all. Khalid Ahmed, he's young, he's inexperienced, and I think Dhaka is playing straight into the hands of run-poor batsmen here.
Yeah, is it a little bit too late? He picks up his 14 sixes, equals the record that he picked up in the last match. When he picked up 100, he's actually hit 14 sixes in that second last match, I beg your pardon. When he picked up 126, he's hit 14 sixes and he's still batting, and he can still hit more. What a shot that is from Gayle. 11 runs already in this over. Again! Oh yes! Make it 15! He's having a ball of a time!
Well, again, I repeat, I think Dhaka has made a big mistake with this young man at this stage. He is not experienced, never handled situations like this. He's up against Chris Gayle. I would have thought one of the top all-rounders in the world, Shakib Al Hasan. He should have come on and bowled. Very surprising, but I wonder whether they are paying the price for the mistake.
Now he becomes the highest run getter in the final. Any final in T20. 124 in the final is the highest score. And he's still batting. Oh, inside edge. And the keeper has done well there. Yeah, you made a very valid point a little while earlier, Roshan, about Shakib Al Hasan. Why this has not been bowled his 2 overs. Maybe he'll come for the last over. You're hoping that he would come and bowl one more over. We'll have to wait and see. But he should have bowled 2 overs.
He's a top wicket taker. Look at Afridi, look at Narayan, how economical they have been. Shakib started off with a main. Should have bowled the 4. Straight over the bowler's head. That's another boundary. Effortless. 21 runs off the over. 187 for 1.
Finally, back into the attack. He's bowled 2 overs. He's picked up a maiden. Not been before 1 for 7, so he'll finish 1 less. 4 overs. Shell shocked. Just gives away a single, but what it does brings it Christopher Henry on strike.
Now, if Shakib could come up with a very good over, with an economical over, he'll be kicking himself because he's had 1 more over left and he's not used it. I think he's being the top bowler of the tournament. Obviously, he would be the best against this pair of batsmen. Would have had a good chance of dismissing them. Whether the Canadians get their calculations wrong.
Onto the pads, very well bowled. He refuses the single. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the score, 188, and on a pitch like this, you would expect Dhaka Dynamites to go back to the dressing room and still feel that this is achievable, this is chaseable. That person on screen can do serious damage if he bats for a longer period of time. That's what the home crowd would be hoping for. It all matters how big they finish on, because they still have 4 more balls to be bowled in this over. He's refused a single, so he'll be eyeing to play a big shot here. Oh, what a shot! It's just a flick of the wrist. And it's gone. That's the reason why he refused a single. 16-6, 539 sixes so far. Wow.
Well, about that 6 it's effortless. Just easy. He's just making batting look so easy. It's ridiculously easy hitting sixes. How high has it gone?
Get it out.
It's gone for 6. 6, number 17. And this is a record for the highest number of sixes in an innings, which is his, and he equals it 200 for 1.
Yeah, he's got 2 more deliveries to bat, and he can actually go over. 200 comes up. What a shot that is. He equals his own record of most sixes in an innings. That's well bowled.
Single.
Again he refuses the single.
Actually, it's McCullum who didn't want the single. McCullum was letting him know, why don't you wait and finish it off. I think it's a good thing having a left-hander facing the left-arm spinner rather than a right-hander.
Yeah, good point, because the ball will come into the left-hander. 22 balls for the third 50. Incredible. Look at the numbers. 45, 37, 22 and 14. Last ball. It's a full toss. And it's a world record. Into the stand. 18 sixes. No one else have done it before. It is Christopher Henry Gale who does it. 200 partnership comes down. It's a massive, massive knock. And they end up on 206 for 1 in 20.
Well, how fortunate are we? We have seen 2 outstanding hundreds from Chris Gale in 3 innings. Well, we thought that he had a brilliant 100 in that previous one of just 51 balls. He's done even better here. What an innings. People watching it here, and millions watching on television is sure to remember this innings, the world record innings, the number of sixes, 18. And they all stand to him. Rangpur, 206 for 1. What an outstanding effort. In fact, this is the first time for them in a final. And what a start for them.
Absolutely brilliant. Oh. Blown away by Christopher Henry Gale. 146. That's a T20 final. He scored 146 in just 69 deliveries. 51 to Brandon McCullum. And it's a partnership worth 201 runs. Incredible. Absolutely magnificent. 206 for 1 in 20 overs.
Well, the bowling card, I think Ryan, take about 4.5 runs and a Freedy 7 runs.